Ka Shillong Press Club, Harangkat Directorate of Information and Public Relations, hakakat handel tarik na wing kalarake, yaka National Press Day, harangkat kapang pedeng kabaong. Mano bom shifting yaki media, lane hakik tinong way kabaong, who's not afraid of the media. Yaka niga jing rakhe la penlong, Shillong Club, hakabau James PK Sangma Menteri, Jongatnat Information and Public Relations, ulalong kumukongsan, nang tau ba Titos Terwel Khany, CEM ka KHDC, ulalong kum usembut kongsan, bat ka kong matsudar war nong beri, kum ka special guest. Hagan ka sngi la penongru ka jingatai halor katika pang, balwan ban shimata da ka kong amparin lengdo, ba poleng do, bat kiwe.
As we are all aware, National Press Day is observed every year in November 16th, when in its birth in 1966, and there to honor and acknowledge the institution of the Press Council of India in this 1966 year. Now to this day, this body continues to efficiently guide its members to dispense their duties with efficiency, professionalism, and ethics, acting as a moral kind of a watchdog to ensure that the journalists are not driven by any influence or external factors. Now, as the fourth pillar of democracy, needless to say, the existence of the free press is fundamental for the growth and prosperity of the nation. People all over the world, from every strata of society, be it the head of states or the common man in the streets, we all rely on the press. We rely on the press for news, views, and happenings around the world. Public opinion is molded by what we see, it's molded by what we read, it's molded by what we hear. If we look at today's reporting trend, it is very difficult to actually decipher the truth from the hype. Thus, the importance of responsible reporting cannot be emphasized upon enough.
I feel blessed to be among you on this special day, a day on which our democratic country celebrate with meaning and renewed faith. A National Press Day. When I received the invitation to be the guest of honor, I was elated. I ponder about what the word information means in today's modern context. I then came across the saying that information is power. Power is such a strong word, and we must pause to really think about it and define it. I believe that when there is power, there is responsibility. When there is responsibility, there is a need to provide credible and correct news about our country, about ourselves, and yes, especially our governments, so that citizens get a chance to know the truth. Responsibility and free speech are intertwined and inseparable from each other. Over the years, we have seen the media doing a commendable job to report, highlights, and disseminate information that has led to a more alert, informed, and better educated society. But the world will be better placed when we also have the responsibility to promote social harmony, national integration, and to remind people of their duty towards society. This is like the ripples on the surface of the water. One small drop will create a change, reaction, which will create a far bigger impact that we can ever imagine. Personally, I feel the media has the strongest medium to spread this. Therefore, I was right when I mentioned something sometime before that you are a privileged lot, chosen and given that huge responsibility and honor indeed. journalist and press member of this year's team of Who's Not Afraid of the Media. I would also like to share a few thoughts. The issue of media trust and its impact on people has always been of great importance. From democratic perspective, a key function of news media is to aid citizens in becoming informed. For the news media to fulfill this function, an important prerequisite is that they provide people with the right kind of information. Citizens, by and large, do not consume news if they do not trust the news. Therefore, the responsibility of the media, is to create the confidence and trust within all people. We understand that in this world that is driven by competition, a myriad of news is molded in different entertaining forms. But it has become increasingly important, especially now, for the news media to be trusted and to be confident rather than an enemy.
Called the art of storytelling. And today, what I wanted to share with you as IPR minister, to all our friends in the media, in the press, is that this, in the context of us living in a post-truth era, is something that really we're all grappling and coming to terms with all of this. Not just for readers, not just for people who the media and the press reach out to through their stories, through their coverage, but also, but for everyone, that this is something that all of us are trying to grapple with. And this post-truth era is really something that as individuals, as political leaders, for us also, it's really something that we find it so difficult to adjust. And that's what today I come with this appeal to each and every one of you, the kind of responsibility that you shoulder, that you bear. This is something that all of you must understand, that even if it is the post-truth era, I think it is the responsibility of each and every one of you to make sure that truth does prevail, that journalism is objective and never subjective, that we should get rid of yellow journalism. That is one of the most dangerous things that could ever happen to democracy, because you are, well, unofficially, but we all believe that deep in our hearts, that you are the fourth pillar of democracy. And when we have an era wherein we're living in the post-truth era, really, the fourth pillar could, if it were not strong enough because of being subjective and because yellow journalism, then democracy would crumble. So that is the kind of responsibility that each and every one of you bear, and you must always, I believe, have that. It's very easy, I know, being human beings, it's so easy to get swayed by emotions, to get swayed by just one side of the story, but that's how it should be. A story is it always has three sides. So it's always my side, it's your side, and the truth. So therefore, this is my appeal to our friends in the media, that we must, as we celebrate National Press Day, always keep in mind that even if we are living in the post-truth era, that truth must prevail.